Top 10 best PC games for 4GB RAM. What are the best PC games for 4GB RAM? If you have a computer with 4GB RAM, yes 4GB RAM, count the number of times I said 4GB RAM throughout the video. Most likely you won't be able to play Grand Theft Auto 5 thereon. However, there are several cool games out there for computer with 4GB RAM that also runs smoothly. 4GB RAM could be a little smart for play, and there are thousands of games on the market for computers with 4GB RAM. In this video, I will have 10 best PC games for 4GB RAM, starting up with number 10, Metal Gear Solid 5. The Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain continues their tradition. The majority of the plot focus on the event at hand. Fans of the series will find the DLicense rewarded in ways that newcomer can't begin to imagine, but such loyalty and knowledge isn't a prerequisite. As Big Boss, the leader of the private military, the group that Diamond Dogs you go behind enemy lines to carry out recon and assassination contracts, as well as infiltrate the hideouts of your personal enemies. Our mission is to build a military force, free from the whims of narrow-minded world powers, and destroy those who wish to take advantage of global politics for their own selfish ideas.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Number 9. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Assassin's Creed 3 was one of my favorite games of all time when I originally played it, and yes, I played Assassin's Creed 2 as well, so the opportunity to jump back into Connor Kenway's story was too good to pass up. Assassin's Creed 3 covered the story of the half Mohawk. A member of the Mohawk decided to protect her family from the encouraging Europeans. Assassin's Creed 3 is a gorgeous, satisfying game with a compelling story, mostly looking at you, Desmond, and rich, engaging gameplay. Except you get lost in the world for dozens of hours. I have finished this game story over 3 times myself, and I really recommend this to you. Number 8. Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3, most of which multiplayer, some of which single player, and as far for the single player campaign at first, it was like it's pretty fun, but I've seen this kind of stuff in first person shooter before. It follows a soldier named Blackburn, who's going after terrorists and terrorist leaders and weapons of mass destructions, and is a showcase for some of the sweetest graphics I've ever seen in a video game ever. Not ever, but for 4GB RAM. It's pretty good. You Are Like This is some of the most realistic lighting ever. Some people have complained about some of the lens flares because of the light, and I just tell them, well, just like in the real life, don't look at the sun.
Here we go. Good shot. Engines. Speed. Sharp 46, turn heading 290.
Number 7. Max Payne 3. Max Payne 3 is unique for a few reasons, mostly because it's the first major game in the series to not be developed by Remedy Entertainment. Instead, it's developed by Rockstar Games. Well, everybody know Rockstar Games is actually my favorite gaming company, hands down, the best. Yes, I'm a fanboy. Any problem with that? Yes, and the creator of the Grand Theft Auto series, and it runs in the Property Range engine. It was developed for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and most importantly, Microsoft Windows. Its other key point of difference is that it breaks away from the film noir. Rain or Snow Snowy Street of New York City with an entirely new setting and theme taking place in South Brazil. He doesn't speak the language. He's not used to the heat, and he's generally out of his elements. In a way, it makes him seem more vulnerable, though he quickly adapts to his surroundings by saving his heat. Number 6. Mass Effect 3. So it has been a long road to the end of Mass Effect, because Mass Effect is one of the best sci-fi drama out there. It's just it is what it is. And in my option, they nailed Mass Effect 2 so perfectly. I was thinking if they didn't change anything in terms of gameplay or structures for Mass Effect 3, and they didn't. So in Mass Effect 3, Shepard is back with the Alliance, and the Reapers have come. And it's a dark day for humanity and every race in the galaxy. So the Reapers are wiping everything out. You gotta get your crew together and battle the Reapers. Not just your crew though. You have to unite the entire galaxy. Now how cool is that? Number 5. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider unfolds in a valley haunted by echoes of older times, abandoned structures, the landscape where bygone kingdom lies. The ground, even in the current inhabitants, long sheltered from the outside world, still hunt and gather as their ancestors did. But for Lara Croft, a person intent on escaping her past, this is not a comfortable place, but in a pursuit of supernatural articles go. He or she must so begin the next adventure. In 2013's Tomb Raider reboot, developers thrust Lara into dangers against her will, running her on a strange island with even stranger secrets. In the Rise of the Tomb Raider, she's running headlong into the fray of her own pace, seeking the key of eternal life. If that promise sounds trite, that's understandable. Number 4. Hitman Absolution. Hitman Absolute is often a beautiful small town street and on warm desert sands, returning antagonist Agent 47. It's a ruthless contrast to the beauty of the surroundings and the crudeness of his enemies. He's a well-dressed killer who finds pleasure in careful planning skills. Some AI problems and anticlimactic missions disrupt the flow by a mix of stealth and action plays. Looks sumptuous. Best mission immersed in Hitman Absolution. The characters that inhabited this world are uniformly disguised. You protect a girl named Victoria and in turn be branded as a traitor. Number 3. Tekken 7. Tekken 7 has long been the most generous with its extra features, and in recent years, the goal of unlocking and customizing outfits for the game's large cast has rounded out the most rewarding objects of all getting good. Tekken 7 keeps most of the series traditions alive and once again delivers the tight, hard-hitting action Tekken is known for. Although it stumbles a little online and fails to teach new players how to fight, it's otherwise a great fighting game that confidently claims its position among the best fighting games today. Similar to Dead or Alive in Virtual Fighter, Tekken 7 is a 3D fighting game and thus plays quite differently than its side-scrolling cousins. Number 2. FIFA 19. FIFA 19 matches are more nature or more varied in a way they unfold well. EA introduced a slower pace of FIFA 18. The newest interaction finally makes the work by tightening up players' responses through passing and player pace, and in a good place in terms of balance, neither under nor overpowered. That has been a case for too long. FIFA 19's ball still doesn't feel as satisfied as PES 2019's, but it does at least feel something like the real shape it's attempting to imitate.
Pedro. Azpilicueta. Morata. A timely challenge. Now Lingard.
And finally guys, number 1. Prototype 2. Taking a look at the 2012 action game Prototype 2, sequel of the 2019 Solid Prototype, developed by Reticle Entertainment and published by Activision. The game was a top seller for a short period of time, but eventually its sales would drop, drastically causing a downsizing of Reticle Entertainment. 2012 was a pretty successful year, for gaming like Dishonored and Far Cry 3 was big names in the market making. Prototype 2 seemed unimportant, and that's exactly the reason. Prototype 2 is a great game, that's why it's in number 1 for my listing, that every action and superhero fan should definitely play. Prototype 2 is set 3 years after the event of the first game. A virus known as Black Light has supposedly killed the game's main protagonist's wife and daughter. The name of the protagonist is James, if you wanna know. Anyways, you have come to the end of this video. Yes. And if you are new, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? And also don't forget to hit the like button. And I will see you guys next time on my next video. Bye, peace out. 100k. 4GB RAM.
Right next to a detector. Those little things right there actually detect my virus, because I am infected with a virus. Let me give the backstory too. Prototype 1, you played the role as Alex Mercer, and in this game the tables have turned. Alex Mercer is now the main enemy, and this protagonist guy that I am, James Heller, he was infected by Alex Mercer.